kill anyone.
Kill a few people.
Kill no people.
Kill one guy, one stupid guy who no one loves.
Glad to have you here. Appreciate you stopping by the Caption Media channel. I'm here to talk about the movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. To avoid ruining any surprises in the film, I'll just give you the review. So let's get going. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 premiered at Disneyland Paris on April the 22nd, 2023, and it was released in the United States on May the 5th as part of Phase 5 of the MCU. Like its predecessors, it was a critical and commercial success, grossing over $838 million worldwide and becoming the second highest grossing film of 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the highly anticipated sequel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, directed by James Gunn. As with any major release, the film has garnered attention and received both praise and criticism. This analysis aims to explore some of the notable criticisms surrounding the movie. James Gunn has a remarkable talent for striking the perfect balance between heart and humour, and as a result, he keeps getting better and better. Surprisingly, given the reputation of the studio, Gunn directed this film. It is gleefully repulsive, disgusting, frequently ugly to look at, blatantly emotional, excessive to the point of bloat in its need to tie off every narrative thread, and thankfully, it is its own thing. The runtime of Volume 3 is excessive at 150 minutes, but that length is devoted to splattering Gunn's distinctive brand of gushy romanticism onto the largest, loudest, and most vibrant canvas that a Disney budget will allow. Another noisy, large, and entertaining cosmic adventure, even at 2.5 hours with some difficult-to-stomach animal violence, it manages to send out its key characters in an emotionally fulfilling manner, making it deserving of the big screen and your attention. We haven't seen anything in this genre for a while that truly did this type of narrative heavy lifting, as opposed to just playing in the familiar beloved sandbox where we're perfectly content to just hang around for a little bit. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a fairly satisfying adventure and the finale to probably the MCU's most unexpected trilogy, despite its erratic tone swings and propensity to undercut serious sequences with poorly timed humour. One common criticism of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is that it adheres too closely to the established formula of the previous films in the franchise. Some argue that the movie lacks fresh ideas and fails to push the boundaries of the genre. The narrative structure, character arcs, and overall plot progression are seen by some as predictable and formulaic, leading to a sense of déjà vu and a missed opportunity for true innovation. James Gunn's tenure with this group is brought to a poignant conclusion in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which also boasts the strongest and most impactful Marvel Cinematic Universe film since Avengers Endgame, in terms of both character development and anti-fascist message. While the Guardians of the Galaxy ensemble is beloved by fans, critics argue that the third installment struggles to provide substantial character development. While certain characters undergo minor changes, the overall growth and evolution of the team members feels stagnant or unexplored. This limited character development can make the film feel less emotionally resonant and fails to deepen the audience's connection with the Guardians. One aspect that defined the previous Guardians of the Galaxy films was their effective blend of humour and action. However, some critics argue that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 relies too heavily on humour, often resulting to jokes and one-liners that overshadow the more serious or poignant moments. This over-reliance on humour can dilute the impact of emotional scenes and dampen the overall tone and thematic depth of the story. Another criticism directed towards the movie is the underutilisation of supporting characters. The film introduces new characters and brings back familiar faces, but some critics feel that these characters do not receive enough screen time or meaningful story arcs. This lack of exploration and development of the supporting cast can leave audience feeling disconnected from their journeys, limiting the overall ensemble dynamic. The previous Guardians films were known for their memorable soundtracks that integrated classic rock songs onto the narrative. However, some critics argue that the soundtrack in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 feels formulaic and lacks the same impact as its predecessors. While the music still plays a role in setting the film's tone, it may not be as refreshing or effective in enhancing the storytelling as it was in the previous instalments. One of the strengths of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 lies in its ability to maintain the irreverent and humorous tone that has become synonymous with the franchise. The witty banter, clever one-liners, and offbeat humour continue to be a highlight throughout the film, injecting levity into even the most perilous situations. The well-timed comedic moments not only entertain but also serve to strengthen the chemistry between the Guardians, highlighting their camaraderie and deepening the emotional investment of the audience. In terms of the narrative, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 explores new dimensions of the characters' backstories and further develops their relationships. The film delves into their vulnerabilities, allowing for moments of introspection and growth. The screenplay also delves into the Guardians' individual arcs, shedding light on their pasts and presenting them with new challenges that test their resolve. This character-driven approach enhances the depth of the story and ensures that the audience remains engaged with the Guardians' personal journeys. The visual effects in the film are nothing short of spectacular. From the vast expanse of space to the intricately designed alien worlds, the visual craftsmanship on display is awe-inspiring. The blend of practical and digital effects seamlessly creates a visually stunning universe that feels both expansive and immersive. The action sequences are choreographed with precision, showcasing the unique abilities and combat skills of each Guardian. The visual splendour adds to the overall spectacle and enhances the film's enjoyment. Furthermore, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 benefits from a well-rounded and talented ensemble cast. The returning cast members such as Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, Zoe Saldana as Gamora, and Dave Bautista as Drax deliver compelling performances, bringing depth and charisma to their respective characters. Additionally, the film introduces the new characters and expands the universe, introducing fresh dynamics and potential storylines for future installments. Although he has always done excellent voice work, Bradley Cooper had more to say in this movie than in his previous two movies. For his adorable space warrior to gnaw on, there is a complete piece of steak here. James Gunn and his colleagues have created 3 films in a row that seem sincere and intimate within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the centre of one of the most meticulously micromanaged, corporatised empires in modern media. A fantastic finale to one of the MCU's best trilogies, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 succeeds in every endeavour. Despite the magnificent sights, the concepts of loyalty, sacrifice and friendship stand out clearly. It takes audiences on another intergalactic journey with our favourite band of misfits. The film picks off where Volume 2 left off as Star-Lord, played by Chris Pratt, Gamora, played by Zoe Saldana, Drax, played by Dave Bautista, and Rocket, voiced by Bradley Cooper, and Groot, voiced by Vin Diesel, find themselves facing a new threat that could endanger the entire galaxy. The story delves deeper into the paths of the characters and explores their personal growth, providing a satisfying arc for each member of the team. One of the strengths of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 lies in its ability to balance humour, action and heartfelt moments. The witty banter and comedic timing that made the previous film so enjoyable are still present, with the addition of some new memorable characters who bring their own unique charm. The action sequences are visually stunning, and the film's cosmic setting allows for an imaginative and dazzling set pieces. The emotional core of the movie is the bond between the Guardians and the exploration of family dynamics. It delves into the themes of love, forgiveness and redemption, providing depth to the characters and grounding the film amidst its grandiose spectacle. The performances are strong across the board, with each actor bringing their own A-game and displaying great chemistry with one another. The soundtrack, as expected from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, is a standout element. The carefully selected songs enhance the storytelling and add an extra layer of nostalgia and enjoyment. The score, which is composed by Tyler Bates, also complements the film's tone and action sequences. While the film excels in many aspects, it does face some challenges. The pacing at certain points could be a bit uneven, with moments of frenetic action followed by slower, more introspective scenes. This unevenness occasionally disrupts the overall flow of the narrative, resulting in minor pacing issues. Additionally, the film's plot may be predictable at times, with certain story beats following familiar superhero movie tropes. However, the film manages to compensate for these minor shortcomings with a strong character development and entertaining dialogue. While Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is undoubtedly a highly anticipated film, it is not exempt from criticism. Some of the notable critiques include its adherence to a familiar formula, limited character development, over-reliance on humour, underutilisation of supporting characters, and a less impactful soundtrack. It is important to remember that film criticism is subjective. Ultimately, audiences will have to judge the film for themselves. However, the film is not without its minor flaws. The pacing at times feels uneven, with certain plot threads feeling rushed or underdeveloped. Additionally, while the film attempts to introduce new concepts and expand the cosmic lore, some aspects may leave audiences with more questions than answers. Overall, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a highly entertaining space opera that delivers on its promise of adventure, humour and heart. It may not reach the same heights as its predecessors, but it still manages to capture the spirit of the Guardians while providing a satisfying conclusion to their story. Fans of the franchise will not be disappointed, and newcomers will find themselves immersed in a galaxy far, far away. This is the perfect way to wrap up your connection with some of Marvel's most colourful characters. It's also a fantastic illustration of quitting while you're ahead, given the indications of diminishing returns here. In the end, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a tremendously pleasant movie that can be viewed alone, even though it works best for those who've followed the full franchise. In conclusion, it's a worthy addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, successfully capturing the essence of its predecessors. With its winning combination of humour, action and heartfelt storytelling, the film takes audiences on an enjoyable and emotionally satisfying journey. While it may encounter some pacing issues and predictable plot elements, the film's charismatic characters, stunning visual effects and engaging narrative make it an highly enjoyable cinematic experience. I will give this film a score of 4 out of 5 and hope that you will enjoy seeing it too. If you've seen this movie and you enjoyed it, please leave your comments. I will see you again shortly. Cheers for now and enjoy your day.
Kill anyone who gets in our way.
No, not kill anyone.
Kill a few people.
Kill no people.
Kill one guy, one stupid guy who no one loves.
Now you're just making it sad.